Betty. My name is Candace Kreutzer. You can call me Mrs. K. I will be your child's first grade teacher this year. I wanted to welcome you to our class, and I know that you have already received a lot of information from orientation, but I just wanted to let you know a few tips and tricks on our classroom and just some extra information that I think you would find beneficial for this school year. First of all, I am born and raised from the South, so every once in a while you'll hear my little accent come out. I graduated with a degree in elementary education in 2010. I taught for 1 year before moving to Florida. I taught in Florida for a few years, and then I moved back up here to Pennsylvania, where I've been ever since. As of this year, which is 2018, I have been in the classroom for 8 years. I have a master's degree from the Penn State University, go Lions, and that is in educational leadership, and I have been at Agora for 3 years. My husband and I have been together for 10 years, and we have 2 little girls. Today they are 3 and 10 months old, so our lives are pretty busy. In my off time, I do enjoy exercising. I like spending time with my family and reading for fun whenever I get a chance to do so. The first thing that I want to go over that might be different for our classes is Seesaw. So Seesaw is a tool that we use to view your writing here in our classroom. After writing is done, you will take a picture with your phone of the writing that your student wrote in their journal. You can download the Seesaw app. Don't worry, I'm sending you all of the directions for this and can help you in a breakout room if you need it. Take a picture of their writing. You post it to Seesaw. It's very similar to any social media platform. If you do not have a smartphone or tablet, then the printer that came with your equipment, you can scan in your writings and then post the picture to Seesaw. But again, every day, unless I tell you otherwise, you are posting your writings to Seesaw. There might be other things that I have you post in there as well for async days. I might have you post a picture of something you do in class, but I will let you know at that time. The next thing I wanted to go over is what to do if you're absent. The first thing you need to do is check Sapphire to make sure that you didn't miss any quizzes. Go back and watch the recordings from all of the lessons that you missed, and at that point, if there's any OLS assignments that you need to complete, then you will complete those. Other than that, unless I send you something else, the main focus is just to make sure that you watch the recordings from the day before. You will still be responsible for posting your writing in Seesaw, and any assignments or quizzes that you missed, you have 7 days to complete once they are assigned. The gradebook in Sapphire, yes, that is where you find your grades, but I want everyone to be sure and understand that I use a holistic approach when it comes to grades in Sapphire. I use classroom data from PLT, sight word data, your students reading aloud, counting numbers, polling tools. I use all of these avenues and different forms of data to compile a grade for your child. So when you look in Sapphire, you might see their breakout room activity. You might see their assessment from Sapphire or Illuminate, but I want to make sure that we are not only relying on assessments to give your child a grade. I would never want only tests to be my source of a grade, so that's why I want to use a holistic approach to give your child and you as the learning coach a better indication of how they're performing in class. If you ever have any questions about your student and how they're performing, then please let me know. ClassLink, please make sure that your ClassLink is up and running. I would prefer you use Chrome. I don't know if they tell you that in orientation or not, but from what we're seeing on a teacher side, that most of our students are having more success with Chrome than Firefox. So make sure you're using Chrome. The first time you use ClassLink, there is going to be a button that pops up and it's going to say install extension. I can help you do this if it's not done for you. but that has to be done in order for the links to work. ClassLink has Seesaw there if you need it. It has all of these different apps that we use in class. It's very easy. You click on it, all of your information is saved, and you never have to worry about 15 username and passwords again. So make sure that your ClassLink is working. Again, using Chrome is the best for ClassLink. Weekly memo, I send that out. I post it in Seesaw and I email it to you. I post back to Seesaw. My mind just made me think of this, but back to Seesaw. If you have the app on your phone, just because this happened very recently, my power went out due to the ice storm that we had here near the Pittsburgh area recently. So I was able to, even though I didn't have internet, I could use my phone. I could send an announcement in Seesaw letting all of the parents know, hey, my power just went out. I'm trying to figure something out. And that way you can know what's going on. So please make sure that you have Seesaw installed. The announcements pop up on your phone just like a Facebook notification or an Instagram notification. The weekly memo I post in Seesaw. I also email it to you. It lists any activities that we have going on that week. I give the day and what we're doing for class that week. I also indicate if we're having a quiz on a particular day. I include important dates. I include upcoming activities or assignments. I include the schedule. I include sight words. I include birthdays. So it's usually a 7 or 8 page document. It doesn't take long to read, but it is the first area of point of contact for the week. 90% of the time, if a parent has a question about something, they can usually find the answer in the weekly memo. And last but not least, please check your email minimum twice a day, in the morning and after school. Some things I like to share to Seesaw and email, like resources, or if we read a book in class, I'll upload it to Seesaw, but sometimes it's not appropriate for me to share things in Seesaw. Maybe it's data, maybe it's a personal conversation. Please make sure that you check your Seesaw, check your email. I've been talking all day. Check your email twice a day. If you have any questions, you can always email me. I do have a class phone number, but I do not accept phone calls during class for obvious reasons. So you can email me if you have any extra questions. You can also reach out to your family coach if you need extra help getting that install extension button fixed on your Chrome browser. There's not much anything else I can think of. If there is, I will touch base with you in a breakout room. But welcome. Take a deep breath. I know that you are absorbing a lot of information. If you have more than one child, you're absorbing a lot of information, and this can be a lot to hear. How I run my classroom might be different than your other child's teacher. So main things: get Seesaw up and running. Watch the recordings if you're absent. Make sure that you are checking up on their grades in Sapphire and checking up with me if you have any questions about it. Make sure your ClassLink is working. Make sure you read the weekly memo. Make sure that you check your emails. If you can do those 6 things, then we should be good to go. All right, thank you for watching, and if you have any other questions, you can shoot me an email. All right, thanks everybody.